Hey, Yoko here, so we're going to continue with the testing chamber. So let's start. There we go. Okay. Let's see. We're not given a good life nor a bad one. We are, however, most certainly given a life. Imagine if that were you on the other end as your arms are ripped from your body.
It's kind
What's
of,
this?
I guess. 444.
Wooden case is splintered and fall apart. Say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh. I was wrong. Have you seen a clock that was stuck on 444?
Yeah, I had 444 and 555.
Oh. That shows how well I paid.
She loves me now. So, there's a hole in the wall. Appears to be a small opening in the bottom corner of the stone wall. What would you like to do? As you attempt to look in the hole, you hear the squeaking of a small critter. Probably a rat or mouse. Doesn't appear to want to come out, and your hand is much too large to fit in the hole. Loud crashing noise can be heard along with what sounds like the cries of an unknown creature somewhere in the room. That wasn't a little...
The room that you're in?
Maybe. Sure wasn't a little critter in there. Oh, there's nothing down here. That might be the noise.
Is that blood?
Looks like it. Can I not click on it? No? Oh, there. A pool of blood has formed on the floor where you stand. The mirror on the wall seems to have been shattered by some unknown entity.
So a ghost or something.
Okay, another set of questions. Okay. Have you ever feared what may lurk in the dark as you're trying to sleep at night?
If you think about it, I think anyone has.
Do I try
if you
to
ignore it?
Like, if I'm tired and going to bed, I don't think about things like that.
Well, you don't want to.
No. If you did, you'd be freaked out every shadow.
On the nights where my insomnia is bad, I tend to think like that. But that's because I can't sleep.
Yeah. I mean, if you mean like hearing a noise and scaring the crap out of you and not being able to sleep, that happens quite often, but... I don't actually sit there and think about this. I have no idea.
Well, say, have you ever feared? So I guess, have you ever thought about it? Like, even if it was kind of a one-time thing.
I don't think as I've ever gone to sleep, I have freaked out about like shadows and the dark when I'm awake, like not trying to go to bed. But when I'm actually going to bed, I don't think so. I try not to think about things like that. Do you find that you get bored easily when you're on your own? Like when you're by yourself, yeah, it's easy to get bored. Do you often find ways to keep yourself entertained? Yeah, most of the time. You say that you're someone who enjoys their own company. I don't know. Not really. I prefer to have someone else. Do you typically get along well with others? I think so. Do you consider yourself to be stubborn? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be argumentative? I think everyone can be.
Yeah.
Are you usually right when it comes to disagreements? Not 100% of the time. I think over half.
Yeah, it would have to come down to the topic of what the argument is about.
Like, I think over 50% of the time, yes. Do you consider yourself to be egotistical at times? I don't think so. Have you ever had an inflated opinion of yourself? No. Have you ever had a low opinion of yourself? Yeah. Do you typically have a low opinion of others?
Depends on the person.
Like, I don't try to, so I don't think so. Does meeting new people make you anxious? Yeah. Have you ever fantasized about living in a world all by yourself? No. Do you consider yourself to be the center of your own universe? I'm sure I'm not. You finish inking the journal. And another piece of the torn journal. Okay. I don't know if I have a token. Guess we'll find out if I have a token. She holds a shard of glass in her hands. Oh. So I guess I did have a token. Understanding requires much more depth than knowledge. Perhaps many know you, but how many understand you? Okay, tribute. Your wisdom. Okay. What were you gonna say?
Hmm?
No?
What?
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, I said apparently you do for the coin.
Ah. Okay, so
Did I say something after that?
huh? I just didn't catch what you said.
After that?
That was probably that. Faint sound of music can be heard coming from somewhere in the room. No, it was probably that. I just didn't completely catch what you said, so.
Well, as far as I'd remember, you only had that one point.
Well, yeah, wasn't sure if I got another one. She loves me. There's a guy crawling out of the wall.
Oh, it's a skeleton. I was like, why does that look like Michael Myers' mask?
A pile of bones rests carefully stuffed into the broken stone wall. Various insects and critters scurry between the skeletal remains of some poor unfortunate soul. Among the bones, an old, worn, tattered piece of parchment rests crumpled up and rolled. Okay. Can you read it? You reach your hand into the wall and wrap your fingers around the parchment before quickly yanking it out. Treasure map.
So it was a pirate?
Maybe. Another book. Do you ever take dangerous or unnecessary risks when the reward probably isn't worth the consequences? I don't think so. Do you ever do things for the thrill or for the adrenaline rush that the activity? No. If you knew that your death would be the fault of your significant other and the only way to avoid your death was to break contact with them forever, would you do it?
Well, if my significant other was the one that killed me, I probably deserved it. Like, I would have had to really messed up for that to happen, so.
If I knew that the person I was with was going to cause me to die, I probably would leave them. I don't want to die. If you could know the death dates of everyone you care about, would you want to know? Not really. Would you consider yourself to be a jealous person? I don't think so. Would you consider yourself to be insecure at times?
Every time.
Would you say that you do well under pressure?
No, I don't. I crumble under pressure.
I mean, yes and no. Like,
it depends on the type of pressure for you. Because, like, it pushes you to get things done, but if it's too much pressure, you end up having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a yes and no.
I mean, I managed to do.
Well, okay, I guess a example that you can use is the fact that you record half of these videos like 3 hours before they're supposed to be out.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like, when Dad died, when Mom died, when I lost the house, like, everything, I had to, like, be the one to make sure everything got done. So, like, I can do the things under pressure. I don't like to.
Likes to.
Prefer someone else to do it, that's for sure. Have you ever considered leaving Earth? No. In general, no. I don't know. It just says leave Earth forever, so I don't know.
Like, go to a different planet? I don't know if I've ever considered that. Fall off the face of the Earth? Possibly.
Do you ever pray? No. If you could travel back to a previous period in time, would you? In actuality, probably not.
For me, I think I'd have to say it depends on, like, if you have to stay there, or if it's only for, like, a few minutes and that
change
type
something.
Stuff. Yeah.
If you could fast forward your life without having to currently live it, would you?
So, does that mean that my body continues to do what it's supposed to do? Or do I, like, become limp and not do anything and life just continues without me?
I don't think no, though. You believe in true evil.
Have you met me?
I mean, I don't know what else you'd consider murderers and all them, other than actual evil. Better to kill than be killed. The person's going to kill you, or you kill them to not die, then I probably would kill someone to not die. That's the context.
How does that kind of statement work with a suicidal person?
Good question.
Ready to kill and be killed. You are killing yourself, so you become killed.
So there's someone in your life currently that you fear. I don't consider him in our life anymore, so no.
There are a few currently in my life that I fear for, but none that I fear.
He's not part of our life anymore, so...
Yeah.
To your knowledge, has anyone ever been afraid of you? Of me?
I'm sure a lot of people have been afraid of me.
Like... I don't know. Like, I know your friends when you guys were younger thought I was horrible, but... Actually being afraid of me? Probably not. You just didn't like me.
Yeah.
You finished inking the journal. Maybe I didn't get it. Oh. Maybe what? First I thought maybe we weren't getting torn apart of the page. But yeah. It's gotta be in awful small pieces if there's that many pieces. Or it's more than one page.
Yeah.
Okay. Caked in clay substance? How is it flying then to start with? It has clay all over it. You are worthy of the love that you bestow upon others. I envy you, Wanderer. Truly I do. Okay. Okay, that's the skeleton.
It says that you pull the wings off the butterfly. And you, like, stuff them in your pocket or something.
Yeah, they're like putting them all in like a case thing.
But what do you
odd.
do with the...
Do with them? Good question. So this one's 3, 4, 5.
What do you do with the bodies of the butterflies?
I don't know.
Eat them?
Good question. Old organ rests against these stone walls. Caked in thick cobwebs, spiders skitter quickly across the keys. Does it play, I guess? Place your hands on the dusty spider infested keys. Begin to play a few notes. It makes it sound creepier.
It does.
Okay. As you continue playing notes, you hear the distant sound of a violin. Okay. Along with you coming from somewhere in the darkness. Can't move or do anything. Oh, there. Well, now it's just really loud. Dusty clay vase sits on the ground before you. When you peer into it, the bottom appears to be shrouded in darkness. Smash the vase or reach into it. You reach your hand into the vase, reveal something at the bottom. Grip it firmly and retrieve it. A token. Okay. There's a noise in the distance, but you can't see anything. Okay, open the door. Library. The distinct aroma of old, musty books sweeps across the room. Kind of wonder if each door like has a different room it goes to. One of its wings are pierced with a small metal object. Okay. How can you expect the world to change if you remain the same yourself? How many of these do you think you will end up collecting? Wonder, do you think it will ever get old, hearing their brittle wings snap from their abdomen? Something doesn't feel right about the books that rest on the shelves before you. It's almost like they're not quite what they seem. Perhaps they're not even books at all. Shelves packed full of dusty old books line the walls of this room. None of these books seem to be written in a language you've seen before. Okay. The wood used to build these shelves almost seem as though it were rotted before the shelves were actually constructed. Books themselves are not in much better condition. Books on this shelf appear to be covered in ash and soot. They look as though they've barely survived a fire at one point in time. One book in particular appears to be unburnt. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even look like it belongs with the others on this shelf. Okay. You flip through a few pages of the mysterious unburnt book until stopping on a page covered in images of butterflies. They are various depictions of human-like figures morphing into small critters. Their arms and legs shrink, their torsos turn into smaller abdomens, and some of them even sprout wings, judging by the imagery. The book has a detailed passage about various things you might encounter in the testing chamber. It reads as follows. To the trapped souls who seek vindication and absolution, read on. If you believe that your soul has been wrongfully kept within the confines of the testing chamber, you may undergo the trials of wisdom in an attempt to free yourself from these halls and relinquish all captivities, severing the bonds that shackle you to this prison. One of the first steps in this process is finding the old hag that wanders these halls and paying a tribute of her choosing. Once the hag has agreed to assist you, she'll bestow upon you a spell which will turn you into a creature of your choosing. Many choose to become butterflies as it's easier to get around, and you can make yourself more or less noticeable by sticking to the shadows, only venturing into light when you deem it necessary. This also allows you to keep yourself out of range of threat from down below, as most of the entities that wander these halls. Once the transformation thing has taken full effect, you must seek out the wanderer. If the wanderer accepts, you must bestow upon them blessing of knowledge that may aid them. I think the wanderer deems your blessing worthy of your freedom. Where your soul travels after this process is complete is still unknown. No soul has ever left these halls. Okay. Nope, I did not keep up with that at all. You close the book, carefully slide it back into its place on the bookshelf. Cobwebs envelop the old tombs, and many of their pages no longer remain intact. There appears to be one book left on a shelf that is in noteworthy condition, and it might be legible. You flip through a few pages of the well-kept book until stopping on a page with something of interest. It appears to be a handwritten page of some sort, perhaps a journal or diary. Perhaps it's just an old letter to anyone who may find it. It reads as follows. I don't know who's going to read this. Hell, I've barely touched anything in this place since I got here. Few things I've come to realize since I've been trapped in these walls. For starters, it appears that there are foul magics at play here. I've found grisly ritualistic altars, human sacrifices, half-eaten corpses, mass graves, and nameless bones, and worse, if you can't even imagine worse that is. I've also met a few other wonders in my journey through these halls. I've shared a few words and have had some knowledge bestowed upon me. I helped a woman escape from a grotesque abomination, only to find out that she was a witch with a hankering for human flesh. No one and no thing here is to be trusted under any circumstances, and to be quite honest, the longer I spent with the testing chamber, the more I can understand why. From what I understand, the only way out of this place is to find a sacred mirror of some sort. Without the mirror, our souls are forever lost in purgatory, doomed to endlessly wander these halls for eternity. Many come seeking answers, few make it out alive. I've yet to see anyone survive here for longer than a day or two, and I'm beginning to think that I'll be no exception. Through constant exploration and ruthless amount of digging, my studies have led me to the conclusion this place was... Whoever built this place wanted something good to come from their presence. Other wonders have spoken. I don't know. A veiled woman used to wander these halls until she was turned to stone, but she serves as a caretaker and guides light in the darkness. Some claim that not everything here is evil. I'm not so sure about that. I was told that if I came here, I would gain the answers I sought. I don't even know if that's a possibility at this point. My skin has begun to rot off my bones, and I don't know how much longer I can last on this journey. To be quite honest with you, I don't even know if I'm still alive anymore, and if I am, I don't know how much longer that's meant to last. Signed, A Wonder. Holy crud. Close the book. Hold on a minute. So wooden. Let's see, what's the grave? Here rests gluttony. Some feel as though gluttony is a trait of the self-serving who'd disregard what actions may spell doom for others. Gluttony is also an escape from a reality that consumes one from within. Okay, so what time is the clock say? There we go. Dusty clock. Cobwebs, glitter clock, making it difficult to read. Hands are frozen on 11/11. By a panel. Let's see. Oh, she loves me not. There's a chest. So, handprint appears to be carved on each side, along with a set of words. Two words are as follows: offensive and defensive. Chain breaks with a loud metal clank. The contents chest are for your taking. An iron shield. Okay. That might be handy. The way this is. Do we have a coin? Holds an old leather-bound book pressed slightly against her bosom. Okay. Others will always treat you in any which way you decide to let them. If you wish to be treated differently, then show them what behaviors you will and will not accept. Have pay tribute. Let's see what the book. Okay, more questions. You begin to read questions from the journal. Would you consider yourself to be a gambler? No. Consider yourself to be a confident individual? No. Consider yourself to be more or less independent? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be attractive? Mm-hmm. Would you, if you could implant a microchip into your hand that would replace all handheld electronic devices that you currently use in your hand, would act substitute for anything and everything you could need in that regard? No. Do you lie to people on a daily basis? I don't think so. Have you ever been afraid of suffocating? No. Have you ever been afraid of someone breaking into your home? Yeah. Are you confident in your ability to defend yourself if need be? Not completely. Would you fight against insurmountable odds in order to protect a stranger's life from others who sought to wrong you? Probably not. Do you consider yourself to be materialistic? Do your friends often share a similar set of morals, values to your own? Don't think so. Friends often share your same interests. No. If you can't beat them, join them. Do you agree with this? No. Do you believe in the idea of soulmates? Okay. The other tour page. Oh, crud. I think that's it for here. Paradise of the Damned. Oh, this is outside. This is very bright.
Yeah.
Bright sunlight burns your eyes and causes a brief but blinding headache. Out of darkness into the light. Enjoy the warmth while it lasts. Okay. So,
I was trying to stay awake, but
it's like 2:30. Yeah, it's after 2:30.
Yep.
So yeah, I think I'll do this one round and then just be done. So this tree has managed to survive the desert heat. It provides a relaxing shade underneath its branches and leaves. This one looks dead. This tree has seen better days and seems to be in desperate need of water. There's literally water right here. An old well sits open and welcoming in the hot desert sun. It appears to be functioning and equipped with all the necessities to gather water. As you peer down the well, you see something reflecting light within the darkness. Okay, well, we use the bucket, right?
yeah.
A golden lute. Okay. What's this? A winged totem stands tall before you. An orb made of crystal absorbs sunlight and produces an incredible amount of heat, glistening and gleaming brightly. Probably a very hot crystal, so maybe just look at it. Gaze upon the orb and peer deeply into the glass. Something beneath the orb glimmers in the sunlight. You have a wisdom token. A note is pinned to the bulletin board. It reads as follows. You don't have to stay, but you don't have to go. You could survive here forever. You at least deserve to know. The fruit is safe to eat. The water is as fresh as can be. And if you choose to stick around, you'd be in good company. Okay. I don't really see much in food, but about the K cat. There's a small cat-like creature wandering about aimlessly. So pet the cat. You reach down to inspect the tags that are securely fastened to the collar of the animal. It reads the name Foxy. You give Foxy a gentle pat on the head. A lot of cats.
Could be because cats sometimes are associated with lives.
This tree is managed to flourish in spite of its environment. Water runs cleanly beside the tree, clearly offering much needed substance and hydration. And you have this plant offers what appears to be a bright red, ripe and sweet fruit. Oh, okay. So yes, we can eat the fruit. You bite eagerly into the fruit. The sweetest of juices flood your mouth and generate a delectable taste unlike anything you've ever eaten before. Well, hopefully the note's right and the fruit is edible. This desert cactus covered with thick thorns. It's probably not wise to touch it. How about the big pond? Okay, more questions, and then after this, go to bed. Do you ever wish life could be free of drama? I think everyone does at points.
Yeah.
If you could leave your current life to live in paradise, would you do it? Probably not. Because it says you have to leave your life. So. Would you ever live in a place where crime was commonplace and it was up to you to constantly have to defend yourself? No, I would not want to live there. If you discovered that when you were conceived, you were one of 4 identical embryos who look, talk, and act just like you, would you ever want to meet your other siblings? Probably. Would you consider yourself to be the most honest person you know? Don't know. People are strange when you're a stranger. Do you agree with this? Not really. Do you believe that one should always stand for what they believe in regardless of the consequences? Have you ever caused someone to have a near-death experience? I don't think so. Would you play Russian roulette for a chance at $10 million? If you win, you walk away with the money. But if you refuse to play, your net worth immediately becomes 0. You lose everything. Oh, seriously. But then you die if you lose, too. Are you oftentimes afraid of change? Probably. Do you suffer from pain on a daily basis? Have you ever wished that you couldn't feel pain at all? If you could grow wings and fly far away, would you? Do you ever feel invisible to the world? If the things you owned and Okay. If the things you owned and what you purchased had no bearing on what people thought of you, would you choose to spend money differently? Probably not. Okay. Got another piece of the torn page. Okay, so really one door. So we will finish this tomorrow. Oh, that was quick. Find yourself back in the cold depths of long forgotten chambers once more. And into the darkness. You shall return. Okay, it should save there. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.